Have you ever wondered how a young man from Macedonia could conquer the known world before his 33rd birthday? This young man was none other than Alexander the Great, an enigma that continues to captivate historians and enthusiasts alike. Born in the heart of Pella, Macedonia, Alexander was the son of King Philip II, a formidable ruler in his own right. From a young age, Alexander was immersed in the world of kingship, warfare, and diplomacy. His education was entrusted to none other than Aristotle, the renowned philosopher, who honed Alexander's intellect and nurtured his voracious curiosity. Aristotle's teachings shaped Alexander, instilling in him a deep love for knowledge, culture, and the arts. This education, combined with his innate courage and ambition, laid the foundation for his future exploits. From the start, Alexander was groomed for greatness, but even his father could not have foreseen the extent of his future conquests. At the tender age of 20, Alexander found himself thrust onto the throne. The sudden demise of King Philip II, his father, had left a power vacuum that only he could fill. It wasn't an easy transition, though. Alexander's ascension was met with resistance, both from within his own court and from the surrounding territories. He was young, unproven, and many saw his reign as an opportunity to seize power for themselves. But Alexander, with the wisdom of his tutor Aristotle and the military tactics instilled by his father, was no ordinary 20-year-old. He quickly quelled internal dissent, proving himself a capable and decisive leader. He then turned his attention to the rebellious territories, leading successful campaigns that not only reaffirmed Macedon's hold, but also demonstrated his military prowess. With the throne secured, Alexander set his sights on a larger stage, the vast Persian Empire. In the span of a decade, Alexander's armies swept across continents, toppling the mighty Persian Empire. A decade might seem like a long time, but think about it. In the time it takes for a child to grow into a teenager, Alexander the Great changed the face of the world. His military campaigns were swift and brutal, his strategies innovative and effective, and his victories, well, they were nothing short of legendary. Take the Battle of Issus, for instance. Despite being outnumbered, Alexander led his men to a decisive victory, capturing the Persian king Darius's family. This victory was not a product of chance, but a testament to Alexander's tactical genius. He knew how to use the terrain to his advantage, how to disrupt enemy formations, and how to strike where it hurt the most. Then there was the Battle of Gaugamela. In the face of a Persian army that outnumbered his own by more than 2-1, Alexander didn't flinch. He used the element of surprise, attacking under the cover of darkness. The result? Another stunning victory, and the Persian Empire was his for the taking. But his conquests weren't limited to the battlefield. When he marched into Egypt, he wasn't met with swords and spears, but with open arms. The Egyptians hailed him as a liberator, freeing them from the yoke of Persian rule. In gratitude, or perhaps in a display of his grandeur, Alexander established the city of Alexandria, a city that would, in time, become a beacon of culture, knowledge, and innovation. From the battlefields of Persia to the sands of Egypt, Alexander's influence was far-reaching and profound. His military acumen, his relentless ambition, and his knack for statecraft were unparalleled. Yet despite his astounding successes, his empire stretching from Greece to Egypt and far into Asia, Alexander's thirst for conquest was far from quenched. Even as he stood atop the world, he looked to the horizon, dreaming of new lands to conquer, new peoples to subjugate, new worlds to discover. As Alexander ventured further into the unknown, the strains of his relentless ambition began to show. In the heart of India, Alexander's insatiable thirst for conquest was put to the test. His army, once invincible, now battled not only armies, but the harsh elements. The blistering heat, the monsoons, the dense and unforgiving jungles, all wore down the morale and might of his men. The soldiers, their spirits once fueled by the allure of glory and conquest, now yearned for the comfort of home. The battle at the Hydaspes River was a testament to their fatigue. Despite their victory against the formidable King Porus, the soldiers were spent. Their bodies battered, their spirits broken, they stood at the edge of the known world, and for the first time they defied their king. A mutiny simmered within the ranks, and Alexander, faced with the reality of his men's resolve, was forced to turn back. The journey back to Babylon was a somber one. The dream of a world united under one banner, Alexander's grand vision seemed to dim with each passing day. The once vibrant king, now a pale shadow of his former self, was plagued by a mysterious illness. His health deteriorated rapidly, and his generals watched helplessly as their indomitable leader succumbed to his frailty. It was in the summer of 323 BC, in the opulent palace of Nebuchadnezzar, that Alexander breathed his last. His body, once a vessel of boundless energy and ambition, lay still. The world stood in silence, mourning the loss of a king, a conqueror, a visionary. His campaigns, his victories, his empire, all seemed insignificant in the face of his untimely demise. At the age of 32, Alexander the Great, the undefeated conqueror, met an adversary he could not defeat: death. Alexander's life serves as a powerful testament to the price of relentless ambition, reminding us that even the greatest among us are, in the end, only human. Alexander's reign was brief, but his impact on the world was immeasurable. The boy king from Macedonia, who once sat under the tutelage of the philosopher Aristotle, would go on to conquer the known world, leaving indelible footprints on the sands of time. His audacious conquests, though often marred by brutality, were instrumental in spreading the rich tapestry of Greek culture far and wide. His empire, a colossal expanse stretching from Greece to Egypt and as far east as India, became a melting pot of cultures. In this grand canvas, Greek thought, art and science permeated into the local cultures, giving birth to a new era of enlightenment, the Hellenistic period. Yet Alexander's untimely death at the tender age of 32 left a void that could not be filled. His vast empire, akin to a ship without a captain, was rudderless. The absence of a clear successor led to years of power struggles, eventually fragmenting his empire into several Hellenistic kingdoms. But even in disunity, the influence of Greek culture remained strong. The Hellenistic kingdoms, though politically independent, were culturally interconnected. Greek became the lingua franca, Greek gods found homes in foreign lands, and Greek philosophy guided the thoughts of the learned. The Library of Alexandria, an epitome of Hellenistic culture, became the intellectual and cultural heart of the ancient world, nurturing scholars who made significant contributions to literature, science, and philosophy. Even today, the echoes of Hellenistic influence can be found in various facets of modern society, from our democratic institutions to our philosophical discourses. Alexander's legacy is not just about the territories he conquered, but rather the cultural bridges he built, fostering a fusion of ideas, beliefs, and traditions. His story, a timeless tale of ambition, power, and conquest, continues to captivate us, even after more than 2,000 years. Though Alexander the Great's life was short, his legacy continues to shape our world, reminding us of the extraordinary power of ambition and the enduring allure of legend.